Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and in this really quick tutorial, I'm going to at least share with you our approach as a community to email outreach. So, building your multi author directory marketplace publishing platform using email outreach, which is really super effective. It's probably the quickest and most efficient way of connecting with your ideal audience, with your professional peers, and building some buzz for your blog, your brand, and your business. So as you can see here, this is a real email account. I'm just hiding the email addresses over here on the left. These were all sent. Today's the 28th of December. These were sent on the 24th. So Christmas Eve, we stopped. And essentially, I'm going to show you exactly what we're writing, what I've written. I have someone else who's mailing these for me, who uses this particular email address. But I'm going to show you the email so you can copy this if you want to. It's quite effective, and it it's something that's easy, and it has a very specific and simple ask. I'm actually going to show you the ask as well, which is we're asking folks to join us in a new multi-author publishing platform for mindfulness-based professionals. And the ask is to share a one-sentence mindfulness exercise or tip that has been effective for them dealing with these, COVID era crises, right? So dealing mindfulness in difficult times is the theme. How has your mindfulness practice, helped you navigate these challenging times? That's the email, right? And the ask is to submit a one sentence mindfulness tip. Let me see if I can find the post. Here, right here. Unfortunately, my internet connection is very slow right now, which always seems to happen the moment I record these videos. All right, so one sentence mindfulness tips for surviving and thriving in difficult times. This is the page we're directing folks to check out. You'll see on this page, I actually have, good grief, is this thing not wanting to play nicely with me? All right, hold on. So on this page, there is a video of me, right? You'll see one sentence mindfulness tips, share your favorite strategy, and then here. To me, it's about agency, ownership, authorship, and all right, so there's another video of myself, or actually in this case, an audio of myself sharing my own mindfulness practice and how that has impacted, influenced, and helped me navigate this, kind of weird moment that we're all sort of going through together. And here's a little bit more of the ask. We're asking for mindfulness teachers, trainers, leaders, authors, and researchers to share one sentence mindfulness quote, practice, or technique that has inspired or impacted your life during these challenging times, blah, blah, blah. Here's the email address which they can respond to, which is not the email address that we're using for the outreach, because I've given that email address to a virtual assistant, and I want to get the responses myself. So hi@mindfulmarketplace.com is what I'm asking them to to respond to. And don't forget to include your name, your website URL, your preferred social media platform, and we're happy to include a link to the to the best place for folks to learn more about you, what you do, and if applicable, your professional practice. Right. So we're trying to make it worth their while when they come here to submit their content. We're giving them until the 2nd of January 2021, although, of course, I'm going to be happy to extend that for folks who submit their stuff late. And let's see if I can get back to where the letter is. And it's right here, so you can actually read it. They're all personalized, and you'll see the subject line, mindfulness in a crisis. Share your favorite practice with us, Liz. This person's name is Liz, obviously. We're changing the name again on every email that goes out, because you certainly don't want to, there's nothing worse than getting a generic email that says hi friend, or something along those lines. So you always want to personalize your emails, and I always put a second personalization here in the hi line as well. So there's two references to the name of the person that we're reaching out to, and here's the letter. And again, it's very important to note that you should change these, predicated on the conversion percentage, right? So, or the conversion rate. So, response rate should drive all of the modifications, the optimizations, the tweaking, the critiquing, and the improving that you do on these style emails. So here it is. Hi, and this is in your community. If you're part of our community, you can download this in a PDF and you can just copy it. Hi, Liz, would like to invite you to take part in a brand new publishing project for mindfulness authors, teachers, trainers, and leaders. We're asking professionals in the mindfulness teaching and training space to share a one-sentence mindfulness practice technique, quote, or idea that has most impacted or influenced your own life during these difficult times. How do you survive and thrive when the world seems to be falling apart? The only catch is it has to be one sentence, although if you like, you can expand upon how that one sentence practice has helped you navigate these challenging moments in your own life, and we'll publish those additional comments as well. So I've tried to appeal to both segments of the audience, right? People who just want one sentence, and then also letting folks know if they want to elaborate a little bit, there's a lot more they can say, and we're happy to share that as well. We'll be sharing, or we'll be publishing all of these one sentence mindfulness tips on our community blog starting in December of 2020. We'll include your name, website, and other information you'd like to share with our community when we publish your submission. And again, submit to our Hi at Mindful Marketplace. You can, or if you tweet about it, just send a link to the tweet, and we'll include that along with a link to your Twitter profile. I'm actually burning some pizza right now, so I'm going to move my laptop to make sure I don't burn my girlfriend's house down while she's at work. So bear with me as I shift and turn my oven off. All right, let's get back to this. Here's a link to the post I just showed you, right? These are difficult times for many. You'd be surprised at how much your words, work, and wisdom can help many who are looking for some light in these uniquely challenging times. We hope you'll join us, and you'll notice here I have her name, or the person we're sending this to, their name mentioned again. So there's 3 references to the name, and that really has made a difference. So I've tested this with, one name, 2 names, and 3 names, and without question, referencing the name 3 times has been the most effective approach. All right. Hope you are staying safe and sane, Ian. Right. And then at the end, I have our mission statement. Right. So we are Mindful Marketplace. Our mission is to empower a new generation of mindful leaders to build brands and launch movements that make a meaningful impact in mental health, community wellness, personal growth, spiritual development, and enlightened entrepreneurialism. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work, join us. All right, so that is the entire letter. You've seen the ask, you've seen the landing page, which is what we're using, which is a ghost multi-author publishing platform, community, right? So they can see that as well, which is designed fairly nicely. I do say so myself. I think it looks good, right? And there's not a lot of content here. I actually left this intentionally sparse because I wanted people to just do the one thing that we wanted them to do rather than navigate around and make judgments about the content on the community. Otherwise, as many of you know, especially those in my own community, I have hundreds of blog posts, in our private community area. Certainly, I could have used a lot of those here, but I didn't want to prejudice people one way or the other. Maybe they like my writing, maybe they don't. So I just wanted to keep it as simple and as sparse as possible in the beginning. So all there really is here are 3 or 4 posts, a newsletter, a recitation of our mission statement is here as well. So you can see that. And of course, those videos that you just saw, with me talking about our own efforts in the mindfulness space, my own personal practice and thoughts and feelings, as well as a video that introduces the one sentence mindfulness series to the folks who are, coming to that specific page on our community. Again, that is linked here. This is the link to that particular page, right? So that's the single animating piece of content that I want them to see. 2 videos with a, very concise, straightforward asking them for very simple commitments, and how to respond. And so far, it's been really, really effective. We're getting a lot of interest, a lot of outreach, or a lot of incoming inquiries from folks that we've reached out to. There's been a couple negative responses as well, including a couple of people who mentioned, the fact that they got an email on Christmas Eve, which I actually told the person who was sending these not to do them late into the day. But nonetheless, that's fair enough. I mean, a couple people complained about that, but for the most part, everything's been really, really positive, and people have been very excited to learn more about us, what we're doing, and what we're planning on doing in 2021, which is largely, creating a publishing platform for these sorts of people who want to write about mindfulness and meditation and spiritual growth and mental health and community leadership in difficult times, with mindfulness as the animating ethos or idea that they're bringing into their own work in the world. All right, so if you're interested in really quickly scaling up your outreach over the next week or two as we enter 2021 in a couple of days, and you want to use this letter, just modify it to your own to your own community, to your own content, and to your own objectives. And you can download that. And I hope that my explanation of our process, again, it's an evolving process. It's important to understand that none of this is static. I'm always going to be optimizing and tweaking and critiquing and improving and modifying our emails predicated on response. When things get a 15, 18, 20% response, which is quite good, I don't settle there. I try to actually improve it by getting a 22 or 24 or 25% response, and you just continue to play with your outreach until things are really humming along in a very predictable way. Okay, again, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested or if you need some help, reach out to me on Twitter. You can email me, hi@mindfulmarketplace.com, or you can download this letter in its entirety if you're part of our private community. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.